knowledge. He realized he sinned. He transgressed the laws of the Most High. Then he shall bring his offering, a kid of the goats, a female without blemish, for his sin which he hath sinned. And he shall lay his hand upon the head of the sin offering, and slay the sin offering in the place of the burnt offering. And the priest shall take of the blood thereof with his finger, and put it upon the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and shall pour out all the blood thereof at the bottom of the altar. Excuse me. And he shall take away all the fat thereof, as the fat is taken away from off the sacrifice of peace offerings. And the priest shall burn it upon the altar for a sweet savor unto the Most High. And the priest shall make an atonement for him, and it shall be forgiven him. And if he bring a lamb for a sin offering, he shall bring it a female without blemish. Had to bring a female lamb. And he shall lay his hand upon the head of the sin offering, and slay it for a sin offering in the place where they killed the burnt offerings. And the priest shall take of the blood of the sin offering with his finger, and put it upon the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and shall pour out all the blood thereof at the bottom of the altar. And he shall take away all the fat thereof, as the fat of the lamb is taken away from the sacrifice of the peace offerings. And the priest shall burn them upon the altar, according to the offerings made by fire unto the Most High. And the priest shall make an atonement for his sin that he hath committed, and it shall be forgiven him. But Israel was so forward that they had the lamb or the goat or whatever they gonna have for the sin offering already ready. You know, that's why the Most High said he wasn't satisfied with no sacrificing of that nature. Yeah, somebody say something? Yeah. Say again? Yeah, sometimes it was a male of the first year. You know, he would actually bring the lamb of the first year. But this one was a female lamb that he said we had to bring. I can barely hear you. No. For that particular sin, and who it was that sinned. That's what they had to do. Remember, it said a ruler. And then, Okay. Look at Numbers. This is pertaining to dead bodies. Like when you go to a funeral or you go to the graveyard, you hear somebody die around you. Numbers 19 and 11. He that touches the dead body of any man shall be unclean 7 days. To be unclean 7 days. He shall purify himself with it on the 3rd day, and on the 7th day he shall be clean. But if he purify not himself the 3rd day, then the 7th day he shall not be clean. Whosoever touches the dead body of any man that is dead and purifieth not himself, defileth the tabernacle of the Most High, and that soul shall be cut off from Israel. because the water of separation was not sprinkled upon him, he shall be unclean. His uncleanness is yet upon him. This is the law. When a man dieth in a tent, he die in your house. All that come into the tent and all that is in the tent shall be unclean 7 days. See? That's just being around a dead body. And every open vessel which has no covering bound upon it is unclean. And whosoever touches one that is slain with a sword in open fields, or a dead body, or a bone of a man, or a grave, shall be unclean 7 days. So know that when you go to the graveyard, for whatever reason, you're unclean for 7 days. And for an unclean person, they shall take of the ashes of the burnt heifer of purification for sin, and running water shall be put thereto in a vessel. And a clean person shall take hyssop and dip it in the water and sprinkle it upon the tent, and upon all the vessels, and upon the persons that were there, and upon him that touched a bone, or one slain, or one dead, or grave. And the clean person shall sprinkle upon, that's someone that's not, unclean for 7 days. A clean person shall sprinkle upon the unclean on the 3rd day, and on the 7th day. And on the 7th day he shall purify himself and wash his clothes and bathe himself in water, and shall be clean at the evening of the 7th day. But the man that shall be unclean and shall not purify himself, that soul shall be cut off from among the congregation, because he hath defiled the sanctuary of the Most High. So I say, when you certain times you're not supposed to come into the temple. It says, the water of separation hath not been sprinkled upon him, he is unclean. And it shall be a perpetual statute unto them, that he that sprinkleth the water of separation shall wash his clothes, and he that touches the water of separation shall be unclean until the evening, till it's dark. And whatsoever the unclean person touches shall be unclean, and the soul that touches it shall be unclean even until the evening. So when you're around a dead body, you're unclean for 7 days. Leviticus 24 and 19. Leviticus 24 and 19. And if a man cause a blemish in his neighbor, as he hath done, so shall it be done to him. So you do something to your neighbor, you want to cause a blemish in your neighbor, as he has done, so shall it be done unto him. Breach for breach, eye for eye, tooth for tooth. As he hath caused a blemish in a man, so shall it be done to him again. And he that killeth a beast, he shall restore it. And he that killeth a man, he shall be put to death. You kill a beast, you're going to restore it. I mean, you got to give it back. If you kill a man, so you're going to be put to death. He shall have one manner of law, as well for the stranger, as for one of your own country. For I am the Most High your power. And Moses spake to the children of Israel, that they should bring forth him that had cursed out of the camp, and stone him with stones. And the children of Israel did as the Most High commanded Moses. Put him to death, stone him to death. Look, let's read the story. It starts in verse 10, Leviticus 24 and 10. and the son of an Israelitish woman whose father was an Egyptian. She was an Israelitish woman whose father was an Egyptian, went out among the children of Israel. And this son of the Israelitish woman and a man of Israel strove together in the camp. And the Israelitish woman's son blasphemed the name of the Most High and cursed. And they brought him unto Moses, and his mother's name was Shelomith, the daughter of Shimri of the tribe of Dan. They put him in war, that the mind of the Most High might be shown them. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, bring forth him that hath cursed without the camp, and let all that heard him lay their hands upon his head, and let all the congregation stone him. Thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, whosoever curses his power shall bear his sin. And he that blasphemes the name of the Most High, he shall surely be put to death. And all the congregation shall certainly stone him, as well the stranger, as he that is born in the land, when he blasphemes the name of the Most High, shall be put to death. And he that killeth any man shall surely be put to death. And he that killeth a beast shall make it good, beast for beast. You see what they did in verse 23. And Moses spake to the children of Israel that they should bring forth him that had cursed out of the camp, and stone him with stones. And the children of Israel did as the Most High commanded Moses, put him to death. Leviticus 5 and 15. You sin through ignorance. If a soul, I'll read 14. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, if a soul commit a trespass or sin, and sin through ignorance in the holy things of the Most High, then he shall bring for his trespass unto the Most High a ram without blemish out of the flocks, with thy estimation by shekels of silver, after the shekel of the sanctuary, for a trespass offering. And he shall make amends for the harm that he hath done in the holy thing, and shall add the 5th part thereof, and give it unto the priest. And the priest shall make an atonement for him with the ram of the trespass offering, and it shall be forgiven him. He told us also in Acts 17:30. Acts 17:30. In the times of this ignorance, Most High winked at, but now commandeth all men everywhere to repent. So a lot of times, you don't know in ignorance, Most High winked at, but he commanded everyone to repent, ask for forgiveness. Because he hath appointed a day in which he will judge the world in righteousness, by that man whom he hath ordained, whereof he hath given assurance unto all men, in that he hath raised him from the dead. And when they heard of the resurrection of the dead, some mocked, and others said, the ones that mocked was the Sadducees. They didn't believe in the resurrection. Some mocked, and others said, we will hear thee again of this matter. They had that kind of Sadducees type of spirit. They didn't believe in the resurrection. So Paul departed from among them, howbeit certain men clave unto him and believed, among the which was Dionysius and Areopagite, and a woman named Damaris, and others with them. You always had certain people that would believe. You had those that didn't believe. So Mashiach told his disciples, you gonna leave me too? You believe? Peter told him, hey man, you have the knowledge of everlasting life. How we gonna leave you? You have the knowledge of everlasting life. Numbers 15 and 24. Numbers 15, 24. I'll start at 22. And if ye have erred and not observed all these commandments which the Most High have spoken unto Moses, even all that the Most High have commanded you by the hand of Moses from the day that the Most High commanded Moses, and henceforth among your generations, then it shall be, if aught be committed by ignorance, not knowing, without the knowledge of the congregation, that all the congregation shall offer one young bullock for a burnt offering, for a sweet savor unto the Most High, with his meat offering and his drink offering according to the manner, and one kid of the goats for a sin offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for all the congregation of the children of Israel, and it shall be forgiven them, for it is ignorance, meaning not knowing. And they shall bring their offering, a sacrifice made by fire unto the Most High, and their sin offering before the Most High, for their ignorance. And it shall be forgiven all the congregation of the children of Israel, and the stranger that sojourneth among them, saying all the people were in ignorance. All the people were in ignorance. And that's what the Most High allows us to do. And he knows whether it's in ignorance or not. Whether we try to pretend like it was in ignorance to man, remember the Most High knows. He reveals, he tells you. Look at Amos, the 3rd chapter, the 6th verse, 6th or 7th verse, let me see. Amos, 3rd chapter. Amos 3 and 6. No, 7. Amos 3 and 7. Surely the Most High power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. So reveal secrets unto his servants, the prophets. To be able to understand certain things that the Most High eyes have seen, he reveals it to his servants, the prophets. But you have to be in tune spiritually with it. Look at Leviticus 5 and 4. Leviticus 5 and 4. For if a soul swear, pronouncing with his lips to do evil or to do good, whatsoever it be that a man shall pronounce with an oath, and it be hid from him, when he knoweth of it, then he shall be guilty in one of these. Whether it be you plan on doing evil or good, it is known, he shall be guilty in one of these. And it shall be, when he shall be guilty in one of these things, that he shall confess that he hath sinned in that thing. He shall bring his trespass offering to the Most High for his sin, which he hath sinned, a female from the flock, a lamb or a kid of the goats, for a sin offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for him concerning his sin. And if he be not able to bring a lamb, then he shall bring for his trespass which he hath committed 2 turtle doves. or two young pigeons unto the Most High.